Okay, so let's talk about some waifus. I was going to do a roster duster on SoulCalibur, but then when I opened one of them up, I was like, hang on, I've already done one? I didn't know I'd done a roster duster on SoulCalibur, but now I'm thinking, oh yeah, I think I recall this vaguely, because the way I handled guest characters, so I guess I did. So instead, we're going to be doing some waifus from SoulCalibur. Yeah. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know exactly who's going to go in the bestest best girl tier. You may know who's going to go into the top tier as well. I mean, how could I not put Sophitia and Cassandra there? Then we have, for top tier, well, there's one character I know is going to go in there, and that's Better Sindel. At X is a Better Sindel on Twitter. And I've also always been kind of fond of Setsuka. I don't know what exactly it is. I think it might just be because of her style. I mean, I've been contemplating an original MK character who has a bit of like a geisha style with like an umbrella as a weapon. Then I thought, hang on, that's just Setsuka. Other than adding like the full makeup, that I don't know what I could do to make her distinct from Setsuka. Well, fuck. So what makes these characters qualify for these categories? I mean, there's not many characters. It's going to be fairly quick, so I may as well talk a bit about it. Well, Sophitia, she is canonically a good mother to an extent. You know, you can there is some room for debate because you can argue, well, you know, her working for Soul Edge, not the best look, admittedly. You know, working for Soul Edge for the sake of her children, but she did die to save her kids in the end, and hopefully the new timeline will work out better for her. And she's also a loving sister, as is Cassandra, and those two will go to great lengths for each other's benefits. Cassandra's like, well, I don't want my sister, who is now a mother, to have to go up against Soul Edge anymore, so I'm going to take her weapons and I'm going to do all this. And then Sophitia's like, but no, I can't let my sister go out there and do all this stuff on my behalf, so I'm going to get a new set of weapons forged, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to bring her back. It's great. And Hilda, you know, she's also a good royal. You know, she actually cares about her people and her kingdom and would never betray them, you know, so you can see why I gave her the nickname Better Sindel. Seriously, if you have not bought MK11 Sindel, don't. Buy Hilda instead. Even if you don't have SoulCalibur 6, just buy Hilda to support that stuff and not NetherRealm's bullshit. And then Setsuka's just got a really nice style. And I think she was voiced by Cory Walgren in her debut. I'm not entirely sure. Now, it's important to establish that children, or people who are really young, shouldn't be counted as waifus, so they automatically have to go in bad. They are bad waifus, not bad characters. Again, this is about their quality as waifus. So those characters have to go in bad. Unless they are a really, really bad character, then they go in fucking trash. So, should we try and find a trash tier waifu? I mean, I know 2, which is technically 3. And with that hint, you know exactly who one of them is. By Pyrrha. She's not as bad as Patroclus because she's somewhat sympathetic. She and Patroclus are unlikable in different ways. With her, it's just impossible to like her, but in his case, it's impossible to not hate him. You know, if you're making a tier of unlikability, they would be on different levels. And then the other one is Tira. Haha. Tier list. Tira. Haha. So fucking clever. And honestly, I may as well get into the Don't Cares, which is going to be most of the bonus characters from SoulCalibur 4. Nah, she's not really of a character. See, I think she's got a cool style, sure, but she's not great. See if I can remember the names. It's Scheherazade, which I only remember because there's a character in Agents of Mayhem with the same name. I might not even be pronouncing it right, but that's how it's said in that, so I'm going to go with that. Then you have like Kamikiri Musi or something, and Oni, and you're like, Then you have Shura Ashlot, who is actually canonical. Like, she fucking captured the original Astaroth in the original timeline, and he's probably dead now because she beat him up, even though her arms aren't long enough to properly use his animation, so she basically force grabs people like Darth Vader. But she's a cool, like, doll character, so I guess she can go in good. And then you have Angol Faye, who goes in good just because, straight up, her creator is the creator of Sergeant Frog, and she shows up in the Sergeant Frog manga at some point because she's the cousin of one of the major supporting characters, Angol Moi. She's actually canon in that, so I guess Sergeant Frog and SoulCalibur are set in the same universe, maybe? It's crazy. It's just fun that the other manga artists that created these bonus characters, none of them decided, yeah, I'm going to keep using that character. Fuck it. Natsu is very much a don't care, because she didn't really get any time to be fleshed out in SoulCalibur 5, which is really unfortunate. Same with Lashia, I think her name is. I don't remember. Xianghua, I'm torn because she's at least good tier, but she might be in top tier as well. Because she's a very caring person, she's quite cute. Also, she's like had the longest running voice actor stint on the English side, because the only voice actor from 2 to ever come back was Wendy Lee as Xianghua, and she's still playing in 6. It would be cool if they added, if the Warden from For Honor, who is now a guest character, well, he's going to be a guest character in SoulCalibur, it'd be cool if that character had a female version. Then you could say, shit, Warden from For Honor, best waifu. You know what, fuck it, he's got a helmet on, we can pretend. Put him in this list, real Digidug, you fuck. Put Warden in this list as best girl. I'm going to put in top tier for now. I might have to put some kind of limit on how many characters can be considered top tier, just because I want to put that ass on there as well. And, you know, like, best girl, it's 1 or 2, depending on certain criteria. But, you know, top tier, I feel like 5 is too much. Ugh. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that in future, top tier should only have 5 waifus at most, but try not to have that many, because that's still a bit extreme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one of them. After a little anecdote, did you know that apparently the androids in Nier Automata, they are living computers? Like, simple computers get warm, and apparently the androids, who are obviously more complex computers, also get really warm. And in their case, their internal temperature is apparently so extreme, and apparently like I think the heat is released from the body through the ass. Because I heard that apparently if 2B were to sit on your face, you'd get 3rd-degree burns. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that makes her the toppest tier. That's pretty fucking funny. But I'm going to move Cassandra up to best girl. She and her sister are just the best. I don't care if you disagree. But here's the thing people don't understand is, with this video, all that matters is my opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter, because this video is about my opinion. So as far as the video is concerned, my opinion is right. Yours is irrelevant. I don't care what you have to say. I just know someone's going to take that absolutely seriously and be like, oh my god, we got to cancel this guy because he thinks his opinion is better than everyone else's. I'm going to say, because I just don't like Taki. She's never been an interesting character. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Fucking Natsu is above her. I think part of it is the fact that Taki gets so much play, and yet she never fucking does anything. Fuck her. Songmina is good. Viola is in don't care. And yes, she is Amy. I don't care what anyone says. She is Amy. There's so much evidence to point to the fact that she is, in fact, an older version of Amy. Her fucking theme plays in Amy's story in SoulCalibur 6. Go blow yourself. This then just leaves Isabella Valentine. What level of waifu is she? There is no Oppai tier, so she can't go in there. Which means, she doesn't really interact with other characters all that much. And she has been a villain. So she's not necessarily like the best. Now I could move 2 don't care characters, 1 into bad and 1 into fucking trash, just to amuse myself. Just so that all the tiers end at the same point. They've all got 4 characters except for Best Girl, because that's an exclusive club. But I'm not going to do that, I can't be arsed. So you have the Alexandra sisters as the top tier. Then we have Best Princess, a cool geisha lady, always there for her friends girl, and Datass. Then we have another robot. Someone should do art of Ashlot and 2B fighting, or something like that. Or hanging out, or exchanging clothes. Or just 2B dressed as Ashlot, that'd be fun. And Angel Moir's cousin, she's also good. I don't know what she's like in the manga. She might be a huge piece of shit, but she's going to go in good. I've always kind of liked Songmina, but I wish she would have like a costume that's not just nothing. She looks like she was made for MK 2011, honestly, in terms of design. I'd argue even more so than Ivy, because Ivy's at least got a specific theme where she's just, let's dress skimpy for no reason. Then we have the elf, who needs to find the man and the dwarf. Then we have Dramin's cousin, Demon Hunter lady, who is she's basically Taki, but like less shit. Like if Taki had some real style other than the bodysuit where you can see her nipples. Taki honestly seemed like the kind of character who was made for some kind of weird fetish material on DeviantArt.com. Whereas Natsu she's like a Naruto ninja, to be honest. She's very Naruto. A brightly coloured ninja with like brightly coloured hair who's quite loud. If this was a ninja tier list, she'd be low down, but I just don't care enough about her to put her any lower. On the waifu tier list, then we have Xianghua's daughter, who should have been her daughter with Keelik. No! They have to give them a son. They have a secret son who is a fucking monkey guy. Why? Why is he their child instead of Lacia? Fuck you. Then you have Amy grown up. And then you have the bad characters, which are... I mean, Charm's like 14, I think. She was 14 when she debuted, but she might be older in this timeline. I don't quite recall. And Amy's about 15. But you know, like, when we first saw her in SoulCalibur 2's intro, she looks like she's about 12, so she's not waifu material. And then you have Pyrrha and Tira. Huh. They can get in the sea. Both versions of Pyrrha. Yeah, there are two versions of Pyrrha, and neither one is good. See, at least with Patroclus, I could say that his, what was it, Patroclus Alpha or Omega? You know, that version of him might be a slightly higher tier, if only because he has like some of Setsuka's moves and like a cool EI user. But with Pyrrha, there's no benefit. I think it's just one moveset is Sophitia's and one is, I think one is Cassandra's, pretty much. And that's it. I just realised, yeah, 2B is the only female guest fighter. So we don't have any more, like, guest fighter waifus. That sucks. They could do some really good ones. I reckon they should put in a Dead or Alive character. They should put in Kasumi or Ayane. I would accept her. Just then, I feel like any other character would feel out of place. But I think one of those could work really well. Another series where you could draw a character from that could work somewhat is Senran Kagura, because those girls are all meant to be ninjas, I think. So you can easily find a character with a cool weapon to bring over. Although I'm sure if they had one, it would be like the girl with like the yellow vest. I don't know the names of the characters, but she has like a yellow vest. There might be more who wear yellow vest. I don't fucking know. Ooh, what if they had Kitana? Imagine if they put Kitana in SoulCalibur. Yeah! Then we can have the ultimate MK3 costume in there without some weird bullshit like, haha bros, our design's just getting more mature. You know, you wouldn't go to a fight in a bikini. Now, 4-inch stiletto heels, any woman would go into a fight with them. But that's just common sense. See, if we had someone who didn't say stupid shit like that working on Kitana, I think people would really like her. They should put Kitana into SoulCalibur. Kind of funny when you think about it, that MK's had so many guest characters, and yet MK characters haven't appeared in anything that wasn't made by either Midway or NetherRealm Studios, as far as games go at least. That's weird. Very protective of their own characters, it seems, even though they don't know how to make use of any of them. NetherRealm goes in the fucking trash tier.